In cybersecurity, a very common process is for one party to send a questionnaire to another party. So the party sending the questionnaire might be a regulator, it might be a corporate customer, it might be an insurance company. So the recipient of this questionnaire sees it's asking me a lot of interesting questions about how I secure my environment. Do I have firewalls? How do I configure those firewalls? How do I manage patches? How do I configure data loss prevention, and so on? From the point of view of the recipient of the questionnaire, the recipient wants to be careful how it responds, because if it makes a statement that later turns out not to be perfectly true, the recipient of the questionnaire may take some kind of legal action against the party who was answering the question. Oh, you didn't tell me the truth about the way that you actually deal with data loss prevention, for example. And thus, those people answering questionnaires might be wise to use softer language rather than "we always do something" or "we will do something." Softer language would be something like "we strive to do these things," or "we aspire to do certain types of things." But an interesting kind of questionnaire these days is what some people call a fourth-party questionnaire. Fourth-party questionnaire is that the party asking the questions will send it to someone with whom they have a direct relationship, like a vendor. But then the party receiving the questionnaire is asked to give responses to questions about other people, like subcontractors. And so I might be a vendor and I want to respond to my enterprise customer. They've given me a questionnaire asking a lot of interesting, challenging questions about how we might deal with ransomware and whether we've done tabletop exercises for ransomware and whether we have an incident response plan for ransomware and so on. But then the questions go on and ask about our subcontractors. And wow, that raises a lot of concerns from the point of view of the vendor who has received this questionnaire, because the vendor might have gotten some representations from its subcontractors, but the vendor doesn't control its subcontractors. And thus the vendor wants to be really cautious in how it represents what the subcontractors are doing on cybersecurity. So recognizing that the vendor doesn't want to expose itself to unnecessary liability in responding to a fourth-party questionnaire, the vendor might say, I, in good faith, am telling you what my subcontractors have told me, but I don't control them. I have no way of confirming what they have said. Therefore, I've made a good faith effort to get to the answer, but I take no liability. I disclaim all liability associated with any representations about my subcontractors. I teach a 5-day course at the SANS Institute. The name of that course is Legal 523, The Law of Data Security and Investigations. You can learn more about that at sans.org. You can also learn more about me and my practice of law at benjaminwright.us. Here in this video, I've given some ideas that can help to address legal compliance or legal risk. Obviously, through this video, I'm not your lawyer, and if you need legal advice, you need to go hire a lawyer to give you specific legal advice. This video is only for public education.